Good. Thank you, German internet, for working. Okay, as you see, I put it a bit more red, the camera, the white balance. I put a bit more on the red. I don't know if it's good. You can let me know. Maybe it's a bit, I'm overdoing it a bit with that. Yeah, I just thought, okay, maybe it's nicer if it's a bit red in the evening. Yeah, welcome to our first evening routine. And the reason is simply that at the moment I cannot do the morning, because of how it's organized with the family. Soon I will be able again to do in the morning, and then not, and yeah. And so I need to adjust my schedule according to my family also. But then the idea came up, hey, but in the evening, there would be a possibility that I take myself out for 20 minutes. And this I chose this time because I'm going to bed usually around 9:30, 10 at the latest, because, yeah, as you know, usually at 6 o'clock I'm doing the morning routine. So 10 to 6, that's 8 hours. So it all makes sense. Okay, evening routine. I say a few words because it's the first time that I stream an evening routine here. So what does that mean? Actually, it can be many different variations, like in the morning routine, like what do you need, or what do you want to do, or what do you want to achieve? I think something that can guide us here is the idea of having a good sleep. So helping you to fall asleep is one thing. But there's another thing that was mentioned just a moment ago. I taught a group class now in the evening, and one participant said, and I thought this was really nice, he told me that he often does in the evening 5 minutes of a morning routine, of one of the morning routine recordings. He just picks 5 minutes and does this, and he feels he can wake up in the morning much better. Then I found this interesting as well, to not just think about the evening and going to sleep, and but also thinking about how will you wake up the next day. So this can maybe be our two things. And for me, it would be very interesting to hear from you also, know how you feel after, how you feel the next morning. So we will just play a bit around with different things, because every one of you is different, maybe one needs more this, one needs more that. Like in the morning routine, where we are at, what are we at? 85, something around this, no? In the morning routine, I think, or 90. I think we are already above 90. And we have done many different things already. And some said, okay, this is the best morning routine for me. And others says to a complete different morning routine that this is the best. Okay, so maybe one big thing is that there can be an evening routine that is relatively energetic and maybe also brings you a bit to sweating. And I personally like this quite a bit, but I will not start with how many people like this as well. Yeah, but I like personally, to have a bit of like just few minutes of something more intense, and then it feels for me that I can relax from the tension. That's maybe something good to know, that for relaxation, to create tension can be a tremendous help. But as I said, I don't want to start like this with you, more a bit like Srompesque. Yeah, Srom style. And what I would like to do with you is also making a bit space in the body. And this is an idea that I took from my teacher Martin Kilvadi, my dance teacher. He is very fond of doing an evening routine. He's doing this, very thoroughly. Sleep not like this, but a bit more like that. Okay, so let's try something similar. Okay, Severin writes that I'm usually going to sleep at 6 p.m. It's not entirely true. But Severin, as you are here is something as a small reminder from Munich, from the Munich workshop. Okay. Good. I have this. I need it later, so maybe you have also something to rest on, like a yoga mat, or rest your knees on, or something like this. Yeah, but we are starting standing. Okay. Sorry for all the talking. I will only do 15 minutes today because I talked too much, because maybe you have an appointment after. Appointment with your mattress, maybe. Okay. Let's stand for a moment. Feel the body weight in your feet. Fühlt, ich mache jetzt auch auf Deutsch, ne? Vorher habe ich jetzt nur Englisch gesprochen, aber jetzt mache ich bilingual, bilingual I do from now on. Fühlt das Körpergewicht in euren Füßen. And now I move a bit back and forth with my body weight. Ich bewege mich nach vorne und nach hinten mit meinem Körpergewicht. And side to side, von der einen Seite zur anderen Seite. And it's about really feeling the body weight in the feet. Also es geht darum, dass ihr das Körpergewicht wahrnehmt, wie das von einer auf die andere Seite sich bewegt. How it moves from one side to the other side. Now find the middle again. Findet also die Mitte. And now I want to melt into the floor and at the same time rise up. Also ich will in den Boden rein schmilzen und gleichzeitig nach oben hin wachsen. Also quasi von der Mitte nach außen. From the center out. Ja? Making space in the joints of the spine, space in the hips, knees, überall Platz. And now I take the arms out to the side. And also here I make space. So I have the hands, how I have placed the hands with the thumbs up. So die Hände Daumen nach oben. I keep the weight in the middle, also on the front back plane. And when I breathe, I let the breath open myself a bit. And when I breathe out, then I shrink, but I don't really shrink like this, just just a tiny bit of shrinking. Also wenn ich einatme, dann wachse ich. Und wenn ich ausatme, werde ich wieder ein bisschen kleiner. Aber nur ein bisschen. Ich falle nicht in mich zusammen. Maybe you feel the shoulders a bit now. Also vielleicht fühlt ihr die Schultern etwas. Ja. Maybe the shoulders feel a bit heavy to hold the arms here. Yeah. It's okay. Maybe you feel a bit of pain from this, from holding this. Yeah, the pain of the muscular activation. But yeah, it's no problem. Also, ihr fühlt vielleicht ein bisschen Schmerz davon, die Arme hier zu halten. Aber es ist kein Problem. And now you can let the arms slowly come down. Die Arme gehen langsam runter. And at the same time, I grow up. The arms are going down and they grow with the spine up. Während die Arme runtergehen, wächst die Wirbelsäule. Boom. Jetzt nehme ich meine weiche Sache. I take this thing that is soft. And I go into this lunge position. And I keep this openness alive. This tallness. Ja, also ich behalte diese Weite And now it's not about maximum stretch or something like this. Es geht jetzt nicht so maximalen Stretch. But I'm going a bit in and out of this position. I do it with the hands free on purpose. Yeah, so there is a bit of muscular play here. Also ich mache das jetzt mit Absicht, dass die Hände hier frei sind. Ein bisschen so muskulär auch hier an den Beinen zu arbeiten. But you can also do it with the arms on the ground or on the thigh here. Also ihr könnt das aber auch mit den Händen auf dem Boden machen oder auf dem Oberschenkel. I'm just going a bit in and out. Thinking about the posterior peritilt also. Ja, dieses Klappen nach hinten vom Becken, das wir normalerweise haben, wenn wir also hier vorne öffnen wollen. And I stay for a moment. And I stay and I think about the space. Also ich bleibe hier und ich gucke, dass ich Platz mache. Maybe you sink a bit further. Ich sink dir ein bisschen mehr noch rein. And I'm slowly going out. And the other side. In and out. I think it's nice to open the front here because when you go to sleep, I mean, there are many different positions, but usually or not usually, whatever, but one position is to lie flat with the legs long, no, and to be open. And maybe you had a day, a lot of sitting, a lot of being closed with the pelvis. So it will be interesting to see how you feel after opening the pelvis, after opening the front of the hips. How does it feel when you go to bed for your sleeping position? Also wie fühlt sich das an, wenn man jetzt öffnet, nachdem man vielleicht viel gesessen hat am Tag und eher eine geschlossene Position hatte, dadurch Hüfte, Becken, das zu öffnen, wenn man liegt und dann einschläft. Ist das anders? Fühlt sich das anders an? als sonst oder gleich. Okay, hold. Keep the space alive. Ich denke wieder über so diesen Platz nach. Ja, so I'm going with the hips forward and down, but at the same time I grow up tall. And slowly out. Now I'm on the knees. Maybe you want to put something as well. Oh, this my floor is okay. Also, ich bin jetzt auf den Knien. Vielleicht wollt ihr dafür was unter die Knie tun. And I'm moving the spine in this position. Ich bewege die Wirbelsäule. You can move it sideways. You can flex and extend. You can rotate the spine. It's quite similar to the 10 spinal positions that I guess most of you know from the morning routines. Ja, es ist sehr ähnlich wie die 10 spinal positions. Also ich kann rotieren, Extension, Flexion, seitlich neigen. Yeah, and my spine just also cracked a bit and my shoulder cracked a bit. Oh, that's nice. Now my elbow. And I have a bit of weight really here in the hands, so there's a bit of muscular activation while moving around. Yeah, so more improvisation what I do, no? Like you don't have to do the exact thing. Just move the spine in this position. And now I'm going with one hand, I'm going through. Keep the arm sort of straight. Also ich lasse den Arm mehr oder weniger gerade. Ich gucke nach oben, I'm looking up. The other side, andere Seite. Flexing and extension a bit more. And now if you can, you lift the knees off the floor. Yeah? And now I can shift the weight further back into my feet. Also ich kann das Körpergewicht mehr zurücknehmen. Or more to the front. Yeah, depending on what is possible for you. It should not be too hard. Sollte jetzt nicht zu anstrengend sein. You see, I can turn again. I can side flex. Ich kann rotieren, beugen, strecken. And I'm lying down. I bring the knees on top of each other. And here the elbow, I bring it around. Den Ellenbogen und zurück and back. And this knee, the top knee, I push against or towards this wall. Also das obere Knie, das drücke ich in Richtung von der Wand. So that there's this corkscrew or wringing out the towel. This is the picture that I usually use. Yeah, it's a wringing out the towel. Stay for a moment, bleibt hier mal einen Moment. In dieser Rotation, in this rotation. And I breathe. I let the breathing work on the rib cage. I think about the space in the body as well. And I change side. Und ich stehe und ich bleibe da. I roll onto the back. Ich roll auf den Rücken. And here I think again about the space. Ja, dieser Platz im Körper. And from here I get up, don't fall asleep yet. And one more time standing and finding the space here. Good, and when you go to sleep, what you can try if you want, you have this space, you lie, space, but then you sink. Everything sinks. And the mind as well. The mind sinks into the mattress. Boom. Maybe it's a nice picture for you. Okay, good. Yeah, that was our first evening routine. Severin, you ask if this will be a regular thing, so I repeat. Sometimes I have no time in the morning, and then I usually have time in the evening, and I will do this. Let's see how things develop. Yeah. But this week, I'm doing this evening routine. On Friday, I have time in the morning. On Friday, I can do in the morning. Yeah. But tomorrow, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, definitely we will have an evening routine. Okay. Yeah, thank you to everyone that was here. For me, it's definitely interesting to know from you how you feel. Also in the next days when you continue with the routines and when we play a bit with what we're doing and so on and so forth. Okay, let's not prolong it too much because my mattress is calling. Okay, Good, guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. I will stay online for another 2 minutes, after I shut on the stream. And for everyone that watches the recording, because you go maybe to sleep at a unholy time, like 12 o'clock, which is of course also fine. I used to be the same. Then you are very invited to write a comment, about how you felt, about your questions and so on. All right. Good, guys. See you tomorrow. Good night.